This is just such a sorty bike. We're just all around trail blasting. Whoop. My name's Guy Kesteven, and today I'm back at Ard Rock Enduro, third day on a row. Weather conditions aren't as splendid as they were, but I'm with Ben, Aidy, Paddy, and Paul, Shadow, and the Canyon Spectral CF9, which is the lighter sort of trail optimized version of the CF8, which I've already shot a video in, which I'll stick a link up on. So prepare for a very blurry, slippery one as we hit stages 1, 2 and 3. We're riding Sweet Marshalls, so we might get some traffic, but hopefully not too much. Let's go. Right, proper sloppy. So, exactly the same frame as the CF8, but 150mm travel on the front, so 64.5 degree head angle, and then 76.5 on the seat angle. So nice climbing position, and reach goes out to 480mm, just over. And also, because you've got carbon wheels, a lighter pike altimeter on the 36, and an inline deluxe rather than a DPX2 piggyback shock. It's nearly a kilo lighter. 13.5 kilos is this bike. So a lot easier to pedal, but the same tyre spec. So DHF, DHR, 2.5, 2.4, so they've not skimped on the rubber at all. But it's on GT Swiss EX 1501 rims. But again, 30mm wide, so not any narrower, and they're good, sturdy rim. I've ridden loads of bikes, never let me down. Nice and controlled. Alright lads, don't wait sleepers. We're last ones down. But certainly no trace of any nerves. Interesting, because literally 24 hours ago I was riding this on mixed butt wheel, and I could feel just a bit lazier to tuck in, but then it's carrying speed better through here. You won't be able to see a thing with this rain, I'm sure, even with crud catcher on. And you get Canyon's own dropper post, so sticking it up there. Apart from that, it's SRAM XO1 Eagle, G2 brakes. So definitely trail spec, you know, just a little single chain device on top of chain ring. Like I say, 64.5 degrees, still a nice stable head angle. Actually, I'll wipe the lens, that is filthy. And it rolls lovely through here. I've really sorted that kinematic out of Canyon. They've kept it the same for a long old time. Just gradually evolved it, dialed it in, so really sorted. Just totally predictable, nothing specific, just does, oh, don't tell the marshal, what you want it to do, when you want it to do it, in a really predictable way. But hey, that's carving in nicely. Plenty of tightness in this frame, and again it's just really well balanced, no drama, very sorted. But the one thing I didn't like about the CF8, it was a bit heavy and almost a bit too good, a bit too kind of docile really, whereas this, you can tell it's got a bit of pop and play to it. Come on, hold on, yeah. Nice. Woo. Right, into the woods. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Where it gets tight and dark, so lens clean. I hope you can see. I can't. Really looks after you down here. Really nice and stable. Let it run. Plenty of travel. Plenty of grip. All right, sweeper. Wait, last two down. Run it right under tape there. Bit more grip, bit more space. Tuck it in, there we go. You just have to make a more conscious point with your knee when you're coming in. I mean, interesting, it's actually the same length back end as that Bronson I was riding yesterday, so 437, so actually, in terms of dimensions, very, very similar. Come on, bring to that line. Woo! Nice one, Paddy. Hey?
Gets dark in the woods.
Neutral kinematic means it does take a little bit of the nose off the pedal stroke. Just a slight bob as the power goes down. But on the other hand, very consistent traction. And obviously having a bike that's nearly a kilo lighter definitely helps on climbs, but I definitely wouldn't say it's a poppy pedaler, but you've got that lockout if you need it. And obviously it kind of costs just firm them up with a compression dial on top of the ultimate shock. The angle definitely puts you in a really good position for climbing in terms of posture. Whew. Come on, up you go. Right, stage 2. Extreme caution. Apparently super slippery. So, stage 2. Super slippery on the switchbacks. Actually it's drying out a bit, I think, with the wind. Yeah, feel those 29ers roll. Because it's a ultimate, you've got that 3-position gate in open, so you can have it as firm on the high speed or not. That's a bit greasy coming into that. Going high. I mean, it's quite a long bike round switchbacks, but I've done this on a tandem, so I haven't got much excuse. Come on, drop it in. Work your knees, kid. Whoa, that is slipping. Yeah, I can see that. Chad, it's greasy, man. Oh, can't let in. There we go. Woo, woo, woo. Oh yeah. Hurrah for DHR. Yes. Come on, get your knee over. Just that little bit of knee over you have to give. There's Paddy there. How's me camera looking? I thought it'd taken the knock. Right, set it up there. That's better. Right, on we go again. Sorry about that. So, whoa! I mean, obviously, all you need to do to slack it out, same as a CF8, is to just put a slightly longer air shaft in this pike. Take it out to 160, but to be fair, I think 64.5 is more than enough for most people. I mean, it is about £1,000 more than the CF8, but then you are getting, you know, an expensive set of carbon wheels. You got this. But when it's this greasy, even with a 2.4 belt on the back, there's a lot of mudroom. There's some other nice features as well on the Spectral, like it's one-sided bolts, so you don't have to take the chain set off to adjust stuff. The actual pivot terminals are replaceable. That's a trick they borrowed off the Sender. You've got a flip chip on there as well. Change the BB height by 8mm. So obviously this is a little bit lower than the CF8, so if you want to raise it up for your ground clearance, you can do that by just changing the shock position. You've got just enough room for a standard bottle under the shock, and then you've got a little bolted accessory mount under the top tube as well. And just the whole design language is really clean and sleek on this bike. I mean, Canyons always look very neat, but even integrate the graphics into the lines, and obviously they're generally very good value for the kit you get, because they come to you direct in a box. So stage 3, hopefully a bit more grip than stage 2. This is just such a sorted bike for just all around trail blasting. Whoop. Just be steady. Mountain rescue, don't need to deal with any cloth casualties, and I don't want to split the tyre. Like I say, it's an XO on the back of here, but it's a DHR rather than a dissector, which is what it is spec'd with. So slower rolling, but a bit more grip. I think, to be fair, a dissector would suit it. They've just changed it because it's a demo bike, and that's what all the demo requests tend to be for. So dropping in. I mean, it's just such a, I mean, I said the CF8 felt pretty safe, but this feels just as good, even with a 200mm rotor on the front. Just a tiny bit of flutter off that pike, but you know, certainly still nice and composed, tracking is spot on. I'll just stop and wait for those guys walking down. I've just looked at the lens, and that was basically a blog, not a vlog. I don't think you'd have been able to see anything, sorry about that, but anyway, here we are. Bit more flowy now, but you know, like I say, 200mm rotor still, chunky tyres. It's still, you know, it's not some lightweight apology bike. It's lighter weight, but it's certainly still a super capable trail bike. And that pike is such a good fork. I love a pike. It's got a great chassis feel to it. I mean, a little bit more flex and flutter than the 36, granted, but I actually like the way that feels on a bike. And because this frame set is naturally just so quiet and so controlled, actually suits it really well. The two go well together, and they're, you know, super deluxe. The valving's a bit more open, tends to flow a bit better. You're really ragging it, but this deluxe feels great. It's still a big 60mm stroke, still plenty of travel in the shock, so it's not getting overworked. So unless you're doing, I'll just stop here, unless you're doing big alpine stuff, you know, I don't think many people are going to really need a piggyback, and it does add a surprising amount of weight. So, you know, it's good to have the option. You know, a lot of people are going to go for that CF8. I mean, make sure you watch that video. Central track weather, the Spectral. That one's shot in the snow, and this one is shot in well, the Yorkshire Sob, as far as I can tell. Hi mate. Yeah. But that stability really comes in handy, and it does pedal well, you know, as long as you're not jabbing at the pedals. If you're fairly smooth, it picks up. So, you know, 13.5 kilos rather. That's light for a bike of this capability, and it just feels so settled and sorted. It really loves going fast over properly testing terrain, as you can see. Oh, nice transfer onto grass from gravel, and then sprinting to end, and that's where this bike comes out of the CF8. It's that little bit more responsiveness. I think it loses very little in control as well. I mean, I haven't checked the specs because I've been out in the wild with barely any Wi-Fi signal, but So it might be that it does come with lighter, thinner tyres, because I think really if you're going to do that with the shock and the fork, then I think a good 235 would suit it better, because it's still going to be plenty of grip, and it would just make it that bit faster rolling, which I think would suit the lighter weight. But you know, obviously it's not something that you're going to struggle with doing yourself, isn't swapping tyres, but a 2.5 is a lot. But otherwise, this is just such a sorted bike. We're just all around trail blasting, and I think for a lot of people easily enough for the UK. Certainly more than enough for moorland tracks like this, but still totally composed down Ard Rock in some trickiest conditions I've ridden it in. Yeah, this would be my pick of the Spectrals, because they are such good quality components you're getting for that extra spend in DT Swiss wheel sets. Just so reliable, mechanically, structurally, totally sorted. I've been out best part 4 hours now, sweeping folk up, and that lighter wheel set are really helping now. And that steeper seat angle, just keeping you forward, keeping you on the attack. And you got short stem, plenty of bar width, properly grippy grips, with just a inboard colour, and like I say, just the build details are cracking as well. Again, you know, all these Ard Rock trails, I think this might be bridle way, but all the others purely event only, so do not come riding them outside the event. Get yourself signed up. Such a good atmosphere, such a good event. There goes Paddy. What it is to be young, and I've only ridden for 1 day, not 3. So there we go, that's the 3 stages of Ard Rock Sprint done. CF9, I mean, a lot of similarities to CF8 unsurprisingly, but definitely a livelier, faster bike for getting from A to B, but still super capable on the descent. Probably the one I've had out of the 2. Alright mate? Hiya! And here's Crash from Extra. Say hello to the telly.
Hello telly.
Cheers mate.
So, massive thanks to the guys from Ard Rock Enduro for letting me film on the course today. This bike has been absolutely superb. I probably haven't showed it off to its best ability, binning it on stage 2, but yeah, I mean, lots lighter than CF8, and to my eye, pretty much 99% as capable. Really impressed by it. I mean, the geometry's still really slack, still got a good reach on it, just spot on, and the suspension just totally dialed. Like I say, you might need to flick some compression on from the climbs to get a bit tighter feel under power, and because, you know, mechanically it is quite a neutral, quite a pedal, you know, it's pedal neutral, so there's a bit of movement if you're really cranking it, but apart from that, you know, it's so predictable, so sorted, so stiff, you know, everything, yeah, it's just great. It's pretty much, yeah, I'm gonna say it's pretty much perfect, to be honest. It's totally vice free, and as a result, it might not be the most exciting and most charismatic bike, but it's just totally sorted. And you know, with the pricing and everything else, it's hard to look past you if you're in the market for 150 mil travel trail bike that can properly handle some but is still light enough to pedal long distances on. But anyway, massive thanks to Canyon for lending me the bike for today. Huge thanks to Giro Cycling UK for sponsoring the channel. Massive thanks to PTs and Crud and DMR as well. Oh, Another product you'll be seeing a video on shortly, the Hope pedals. They've worked really, really well in the mud. Literally first time out with them today, so yeah, that'll be a long ongoing test because obviously pedals are something you need to rely on over time. Anyway, I am waffling on. Massive thanks to my Patreon supporters for subscribing to the channel. They get early, exclusive and behind the scenes edits as a thank you, and they also get ad-free cuts. So if you really like what I'm doing with the channel, please consider supporting me on there. But subscribe, click for notifications, give this a thumbs up so YouTube know you enjoyed watching it, and they'll refer more of these videos to you, and it'll help grow the channel. And make sure you watch the Tech Talk round. I'll see if I can give it a bit of a clean up so you can see the up close and details. But if not, then just look at the CF8 and imagine it's got a pike on and a inline shock and carbon wheels, because they, you know, like I say, frames are absolutely identical. But for now, I've been Guy Kesteven on Guy Kest TV at the Ard Rock Enduro on the fantastic Spectral CF9.
Yeah, more back brake required. Get the back end out. Come on. Yes, Spectral. Get in, get in, get in. All right, mate. Now go off the off-camber. Foot in. Sweep up. Yeah, one more. And that little bit of weight. Whoa! Whoa! Shouldn't have looked up to see what pedal. Yeah, I'm fine, mate. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that, it's just bloody grass. How's that so lethal? Watch it, Shads. Cheers, lads. Thanks for all your work today anyway. Cheers. Right, let's get vehicling again. Yeah.
Almost time for that photographer as well. Have a good picture.
Drop in. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I should probably have my brake lever facing the right way around. There we go. Got some brakes in the back now. That'll help. Right, compose yourself, Kez. What are you talking about? Canyon Spectral CF9. I mean, it is about £1,000 more than the CF8, but then you are getting, you know, an expensive set of carbon wheels. God, this, you need mud spikes on this, really. And it should come with dissectors normally, so faster roll on the back. Ride the rut, Kez, ride the rut. Come on, heel down, heel down. Whoop, 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 whoop. Woo! Oh, tripod in this. This is mental. Woo-hoo-hoo. I think that rattling's my feet coming up. All right, we're sweepers. Yeah, 3 of us. Oh my lord. Let's get high onto that dry. There we go. Ah, I don't know what bike you could test down there. At least it's long and stable. But there is nothing going on with this front tyre. That's the trouble with the wide trail. Doesn't quite cut. Oh, they said it was carnage, but this really is. There we go. Let it roll. Leave that right hand lever alone. Oh man, yes. To be fair, that stability's good there. Let's try and find some fresh grass. Get that outrigger out. Oh, come on. This is not a race run anymore. This is a survival run. We could hear them calling it in on radio. And it sounded like carnage. I can see why now. Right, where's the line? Oh. Go on, Paddy. Use me for grip. Yes, Paddy. Hey! You needed tape taking down, didn't you, anyway, Joe? I'll get this bit. Well, you learned a lot about the bike on that one, didn't you? I hope that was fun, because it wasn't very informative, was it? Apart from the fact, you know, I can't ride mud for shit. Oh, that was greasy. That's quite greasy, Joe. This is Joe, absolute legend behind the Ard Rock Enduro. This is one of the other legends. What's your name? Sam. Yeah, another Ard Rock Marshal. These guys are absolute. This event can't go ahead without these. So even if you don't get a riding place for this event, make sure you get on board as a marshal. Obviously, event can't function without them. Do an amazing job, they really do. So shout out to Sam and everybody else and all the mountain rescue guys who were like, "Are you all right?" when I ended up upside down back up there. That was funny. I think I need to fit my peak back on.